Don't scroll. I know you think you're in control. I know you believe that your thoughts are your own. I know you assume that the voice in your head is yours, or at least, that no one else has access to it. But you're wrong. Not completely. Not about everything. But about this. Your mind is not a fortress. It is a battlefield. And there is a war being fought over it. Every day. Every moment. Every breath. Not with weapons. With whispers. Not with armies. With thoughts. Not with violence. With lies. There is an enemy who wants control over your mind. Not because he wants your thoughts. Because he wants your actions. And your actions follow your thoughts. Control the thoughts, control the person. That's his strategy. Not to destroy you physically. To destroy you mentally. To fill your mind with fear, doubt, confusion, shame, condemnation, hopelessness. To make you believe that you are not enough. That you will never be enough. That you are too far gone. That you have made too many mistakes. That God could never love someone like you. Those thoughts are not yours. They are planted by the enemy in your mind. And you have been believing them. Not because you're stupid. Because you didn't know you were in a war. Now you know. And knowing changes everything. So take a breath. Put your phone down on a flat surface if you need to. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. And I am about to tell you who is fighting for control over your mind. And who has already won. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Let me tell you about the enemy who wants control over your mind. He is not a monster with horns and a tail. He is not hiding in the shadows waiting to jump out at you. He is subtle. Deceptive. Cunning. He comes as an angel of light. As a reasonable thought. As a helpful suggestion. He doesn't announce himself. He disguises himself. As your own voice. As common sense. As reality. That's how he gets in. Not through the front door with a battering ram. Through the window, when you're not looking. He whispers. You're not good enough. You'll never change. Look at what you did. Again. Asterisk. God is disappointed in you. Everyone else is doing better than you. What's the point of even trying? These thoughts feel like yours. But they are not. They are planted. By the enemy. To steal your peace. To kill your hope. To destroy your faith. That's his mission. Not to make you uncomfortable. To make you ineffective. A Christian who is paralyzed by fear and doubt is no threat to him. A believer who is consumed by shame and condemnation is useless to the kingdom. He doesn't need to destroy you. He just needs to distract you. To keep you so focused on your failures that you forget your purpose. To keep you so consumed with your fears that you never step into your calling. To keep you so convinced of your unworthiness that you never receive my love. That's the war. And you are in it. Whether you knew it or not. Now you know. Don't scroll. Stay with me. This is where most people want to deny the war. Don't. Here's how the enemy gains control over your mind. Not all at once. Gradually. One thought at a time. He starts with something small. A suggestion. A doubt. Did God really say? That's how he started with Eve. A question. Not an accusation. A question. Did God really say you can't eat from any tree? Just a question. But the question planted a seed. A seed of doubt. Maybe God is holding out on me. Maybe he doesn't want what's best for me. Maybe I know better than he does. That seed grew. Into disobedience. Into separation. Into death. All from a question. That's how he works. Not with obvious lies. With subtle suggestions. You deserve to be happy. One time won't hurt. Everyone else is doing it. God will understand. Asterisk. You can repent later. These thoughts feel reasonable. Feel logical. Feel right. But they are not from me. They are from the enemy. Designed to lead you away from me. One step at a time. Not off a cliff. Down a slope. Gradual. Gentle. Almost unnoticeable. Until you look up and realize how far you've wandered. That's how he gains control. Not by force. By suggestion. Not by demand. By deception. Not by intimidation. By invitation. And you have been accepting his invitations. Not because you wanted to. Because you didn't recognize them. Now you will. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's how you take back control of your mind. Not by fighting the enemy in your own strength. You will lose. By recognizing his voice. He has a voice. A recognizable voice. Once you learn to recognize it, you can reject it. His voice is characterized by accusation, condemnation, fear, doubt, shame, and hopelessness. He says, you are not enough. He says, you will never change. He says, God is disappointed in you. He says, you might as well give up. That's his voice. My voice is different. My voice says, you are enough because I am in you. My voice says, I am changing you, day by day. My voice says, I am not disappointed in you. I am delighted in you. My voice says, do not give up. I am with you. Two voices. One brings life. One brings death. One brings hope. One brings despair. One brings peace. One brings chaos. Learn to recognize the difference. The enemy's voice feels heavy. Condemning. Crushing. My voice feels light. Convicting but not condemning. Freeing. The enemy's voice pushes you away from me. My voice draws you toward me. The enemy's voice makes you want to hide. My voice makes you want to run to me. Learn the difference. And when you hear the enemy's voice, reject it. Not by arguing. By ignoring. Not by engaging. By dismissing. Not by wrestling. By walking away. Say, that is not from God. I reject that thought. And replace it with my truth. I am loved. I am forgiven. I am being changed. I am not giving up. That's how you take back control. Not by fighting. By replacing. One thought at a time. Don't scroll. This is where everything shifts. Here's what you need to understand about your thoughts. Not every thought is from you. Some thoughts are from the enemy. Some thoughts are from me. Some thoughts are from your own flesh. You need to learn to discern the source. The enemy's thoughts are destructive. They tear you down. They make you feel hopeless, helpless, worthless. My thoughts are constructive. They build you up. They give you hope, peace, purpose. Your flesh's thoughts are selfish. They focus on what you want, what you feel, what you desire. Learn to discern. And then choose. You have a choice. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You can choose which thoughts to entertain and which to reject. You can choose which voice to listen to and which to ignore. You have a choice. The enemy wants you to believe that you don't. That you are controlled by your thoughts, that you can't help what you think, that you are powerless. That's a lie. You have a choice. I gave you a mind. A will. The ability to choose. Use it. When a destructive thought comes, choose to reject it. When a fearful thought comes, choose to replace it with faith. When a shameful thought comes, choose to replace it with my forgiveness. You have a choice. Choose wisely. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what you need to do to keep your mind under control. Guard it. Not passively. Actively. You guard your house. You lock your doors. You set your alarm. Guard your mind the same way. Be careful what you let in. What you watch. What you listen to. What you read. Who you spend time with. These things are not neutral. They are seeds. Seeds that will grow into thoughts. Thoughts that will grow into actions. Actions that will grow into habits. Habits that will grow into a life. So guard what you plant. Not by hiding from the world. By being intentional. Choose content that builds you up, not tears you down. Choose conversations that encourage you, not discourage you. Choose environments that strengthen you, not weaken you. You have a choice. Choose wisely. And pray. Pray for a renewed mind. A protected mind. A mind that is fixed on me. Not because prayer is magic. Because prayer aligns you with me. And when you are aligned with me, the enemy's voice becomes easier to recognize. And easier to reject. So pray. Not once. Continually. Pray without ceasing. Not with eloquent words. With a constant awareness of my presence. I am with you. Always. In every thought. In every moment. In every battle. I am with you. And I am fighting for you. Not instead of you. With you. You fight by choosing. I fight by empowering. Together, we win. The enemy is already defeated. Not by you. By me. But you have to enforce the victory. By choosing. By rejecting his lies. By embracing my truth. That's how you take control of your mind. Not by your own strength. By mine. Flowing through you. As you choose. Don't scroll. Stay with me. We're halfway through part 1. Here's what you need to remember about the battle for your mind. It is not a one-time fight. It is a daily one. Every day, the enemy will come with new lies. New accusations. New fears. Every day, you will have to choose. Not because you're weak. Because you're human. And humans are attacked daily. But you are not defenseless. You have my word. You have my spirit. You have my promises. Use them. When the enemy says, "You are not enough," say, "I am enough because Christ is in me." When the enemy says, "You will never change," say, "I am being transformed daily by the renewing of my mind." When the enemy says, "God is disappointed in you," say, "There is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." When the enemy says, "You might as well give up," say, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Fight back. Not with your own words. With mine. My word is a sword. Use it. The enemy has no answer for my word. Because my word is truth. And truth defeats lies. Every time. So fight. Not in your strength. In mine. Not with your wisdom. With mine. Not with your words. With mine. My word is alive. Active. Powerful. Sharper than any double-edged sword. Use it. And watch the enemy flee. Not because you're powerful. Because my word is. And my word is in you. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what I want you to take with you. Who controls your mind? You do. Not the enemy. Not your circumstances. Not your past. You. Because I have given you the power to choose. To choose which thoughts to entertain and which to reject. To choose which voice to listen to and which to ignore. To choose life or death. Blessing or curse. Choose life. Not by your own strength. By mine. I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. And I have already won the war. Not the battle. The war. The enemy is defeated. Not defeated in the future. Defeated now. At the cross. In the tomb. At the resurrection. He is defeated. You are enforcing the victory. By choosing. By rejecting his lies. By embracing my truth. So do not be afraid. Do not be intimidated. Do not give up. The battle is real. But the victory is certain. Because I am the victor. And you are in me. So fight. Not in fear. In faith. Not in your strength. In mine. Not with your words. With mine. Fight. And win. Every day. One thought at a time. Because who controls your mind? You do. And you choose me. That's the choice that changes everything. Breathe. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. I am not going to stop. And neither should you. Because the battle is real. But so is the victory. And the victory is yours. In me. Don't scroll. Part 2 is here. And if you made it through Part 1, if you stayed when everything in you wanted to deny the battle, then you're ready for what comes next. Because Part 1 was about the war. The enemy who wants control over your mind. The battle you didn't know you were fighting. Part 2 is about the weapons you have been given. Not weapons of steel and gunpowder. Spiritual weapons. Weapons that are more powerful than anything the enemy can throw at you. Weapons that guarantee your victory. Not because you wield them perfectly. Because they are from me. And I do not give defective weapons. So take a breath. Stay with me. Don't scroll. Because what I'm about to tell you is going to arm you for the battle you are in. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the first weapon you have been given. My word. Not a book of ancient stories. Not a collection of religious rules. Not a historical document. Living words. Active words. Powerful words. Words that create. Words that heal. Words that deliver. Words that transform. My word is a sword. Not a dull sword. A sharp sword. A sword that cuts through lies. Through confusion. Through fear. Through doubt. When the enemy whispers, "You are not enough," my word says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." When the enemy whispers, "You will never change," my word says, "I am being transformed daily by the renewing of my mind." When the enemy whispers, "God is disappointed in you," my word says, "There is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." When the enemy whispers, "You might as well give up," my word says, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." My word is your sword. But a sword does no good sitting on a shelf. You have to wield it. You have to know it. Speak it. Believe it. Not as a ritual. As a weapon. When the enemy attacks, fight back. With my word. Not your opinions. Not your feelings. Not your reasoning. My word. It is truth. And truth defeats lies. Every time. So learn my word. Not to pass a test. To win a war. Hide it in your heart. Speak it with your mouth. Trust it with your life. It is your sword. Wield it. Don't scroll. Stay with me. This is where most people neglect their sword. Don't. Here is the second weapon you have been given. My spirit. Not a force. Not an energy. Not a feeling. My spirit. Living inside you. The same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. That spirit is power. Not power to show off. Power to overcome. Power to resist the enemy. Power to reject his lies. Power to stand firm when everything in you wants to fall. My Spirit is your shield. Not a shield that hangs on the wall. A shield you carry into battle. A shield that protects you from the flaming arrows of the enemy. The arrows of fear, doubt, shame, condemnation, hopelessness. They come at you constantly. But my Spirit extinguishes them. Not because you're strong. Because my Spirit is. And my Spirit is in you. So when the enemy attacks, don't try to block his arrows with your own strength. You can't. Raise the shield. My Spirit. Pray. Worship. Call on me. Not as a last resort. As your first response. Holy Spirit, help me. I can't fight this on my own. I need you. That prayer is raising the shield. And the shield works. Not because your words are perfect. Because my Spirit is faithful. He will protect you. Not from all pain. From destruction. He will keep you standing. Even when you feel like falling. So raise the shield. Not occasionally. Constantly. Pray without ceasing. Worship without stopping. Depend on my Spirit for everything. That's how you stay protected. The shield works. Use it. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the third weapon you have been given. Your testimony. Not a polished speech. Your story. What I have done for you. How I saved you. How I have helped you. How I have never failed you. Your testimony is a weapon. Because the enemy cannot argue with your experience. He can lie about the future. He can twist the past. But he cannot change what has already happened. You have seen me work. You have experienced my faithfulness. You have received my love. That is your testimony. And it defeats the enemy. Not because your testimony is impressive. Because it is true. And truth defeats lies. So when the enemy attacks, remember. Remember what I have done for you. Remember the prayers I answered. The doors I opened. The provisions I sent. The peace I gave in the midst of chaos. Remember. Write it down if you need to. Keep a journal of my faithfulness. And when the enemy comes with his lies, read it. That's not true. I remember when God did this. I remember when God did that. I remember when God came through. Your testimony is a weapon. Use it. Not to boast about yourself. To boast about me. And when you boast about me, the enemy retreats. Because he cannot stand against the truth of what I have done. So remember. Tell your story. Not to impress people. To defeat the enemy. Your testimony is powerful. Use it. Don't scroll. This is where everything shifts. Here is the fourth weapon you have been given. Prayer. Not a religious ritual. Not a formula. Not a performance. Conversation with me. Real. Honest. Raw. Where you tell me what you're feeling. The fear. The doubt. The anger. The confusion. Where you ask me for help. For strength. For wisdom. For peace. Where you listen for my voice. My guidance. My comfort. Prayer is not about changing my mind. It's about changing you. It aligns your heart with mine. Your thoughts with my thoughts. Your will with my will. And when you are aligned with me, the enemy's lies lose their power. Because you see clearly. You think clearly. You choose clearly. Prayer is your communication line. Not a walkie-talkie you use in emergencies. A phone line that is always open. Stay on the line. Not because you have to. Because you need to. You cannot fight this battle alone. You need me. And prayer is how you access me. Not because I am far away. Because you need to be reminded that I am near. Prayer reminds you. God is with me. God is for me. God is in me. I am not alone. That reminder is powerful. Because the enemy wants you to feel alone. Forgotten. Abandoned. Prayer reminds you that you are not. So pray. Not formally. Honestly. Not religiously. Relationally. Not with eloquent words. With your real words. Tell me what you're feeling. I can handle it. And I want to hear it. Not because I don't know. Because you need to say it. Prayer is for you. Not for me. So pray. And keep praying. Without ceasing. Because the battle never stops. And neither should your prayers. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the fifth weapon you have been given. Praise. Not singing songs when you feel like it. Choosing to praise when you don't. Praise is a weapon. Because the enemy cannot stand in the presence of praise. When you praise, the atmosphere shifts. Fear loses its grip. Doubt loses its power. Hopelessness loses its hold. Not because praise is magic. Because praise focuses your attention on me. And when you are focused on me, you are not focused on your problems. The problems don't disappear. But their power over you diminishes. Because you remember who I am. Bigger than your problems. Stronger than your fears. Greater than your doubts. Praise reminds you. And the enemy hates it. Because when you praise, you are declaring your trust in me. You are saying, God, I don't understand what's happening. But I trust you. I praise you anyway. That declaration is a weapon. It wounds the enemy. Because he wants you to doubt. To complain. To give up. But you praise. Not because you feel like it. Because you choose to. And your choice defeats him. So praise. Not only when you're in church. Not only when you're happy. When you're scared. When you're confused. When you're tired. Praise. Open your mouth. Say, God, you are good. God, you are faithful. God, you are worthy of my trust. Say it even when you don't feel it. Especially when you don't feel it. Because feelings follow actions. Praise first. Feelings later. And as you praise, something will shift. In you. In the atmosphere. In the battle. The enemy will retreat. Not because you're powerful. Because I am. And praise invites my presence. And in my presence, the enemy cannot stay. So praise. It is your weapon. Use it. Don't scroll. Stay with me. We're halfway through part 2. Here is the sixth weapon you have been given. Community. Not a crowd. People who know you. Love you. Fight with you. You were never meant to fight alone. The enemy wants you isolated. Alone. Vulnerable. Because alone, you are easier to pick off. Together, you are stronger. Not because you're stronger individually. Because together, you have each other's backs. One of you is weak. Another is strong. One of you is struggling. Another has overcome. One of you is tired. Another has energy. Together, you compensate for each other's weaknesses. Together, you are a force the enemy cannot defeat. Not because you're powerful. Because I am in your midst. Where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them. My presence is magnified in community. So do not isolate. Do not hide. Do not try to fight alone. Reach out. Share your struggles. Ask for prayer. Accept help. Not because you're weak. Because you're wise. Wisdom knows you need others. So find your people. Your community. Your tribe. Not a perfect group. A real group. People who will pray for you. Encourage you. Challenge you. Stand with you. And stand with them. When they are weak, be strong for them. When they are struggling, pray for them. When they are tired, carry them. Together, you are unstoppable. Not because you're great. Because I am with you. And my presence is powerful. So do not fight alone. You have a community. Use it. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the 7th weapon you have been given. Hope. Not wishful thinking. Confident expectation. Hope is knowing that the battle will end. That the enemy will lose. That victory is certain. Not because you can see it. Because I have promised it. And I do not break promises. Hope is your helmet. Protecting your mind from the lies of the enemy. He wants you to believe that this is as good as it gets. That you will never overcome. That the battle will never end. Hope says, that's a lie. God has a future for me. A future full of hope. Hope keeps you going. When you want to give up, hope says, not yet. The victory is coming. When you feel defeated, hope says, you are not defeated. You are in a battle. And battles end. When you can't see the way forward, hope says, God can see it. And He is leading you. Hope is your helmet. Protect your mind with it. Not by pretending everything is fine. By trusting that everything will be fine. Not because you're optimistic. Because I am faithful. Hope is not denial. Hope is trust. Trust that I am who I say I am. Trust that I will do what I said I will do. Trust that the victory is certain. Not because you can see it. Because I promised it. And I keep my promises. So put on hope. Every morning. Today, God is with me. Today, God is for me. Today, God will help me. I will not give up. Victory is coming. Say it until you believe it. Not because saying it makes it true. Because it is true. And saying it reminds you of the truth. Hope is your helmet. Wear it. Don't scroll. We're almost through part 2. Here is what I want you to take with you. You have been given weapons. My word. My spirit. Your testimony. Prayer. Praise. Community. Hope. Not to admire. To use. The enemy is attacking your mind. Every day. Every moment. But you are not defenseless. You are armed. Not with weak weapons. With powerful weapons. Weapons that guarantee your victory. Not because you wield them perfectly. Because they are from me. And I do not give defective weapons. So fight. Not in your strength. In mine. Not with your wisdom. With mine. Not with your words. With mine. Fight. And win. Because the victory is already yours. Not because you earned it. Because I gave it. At the cross. In the tomb. At the resurrection. The enemy is defeated. You are enforcing the victory. By using your weapons. So use them. Every day. Every battle. Every thought. Fight. And win. Because who controls your mind? You do. And you choose me. That's the choice that changes everything. Breathe. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. I am not going to stop. And neither should you. Because the battle is real. But so are your weapons. And so is your victory. In me.